gosh, everybody. Hi. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I miss you all. Hey, what's going on, Kristen? Oh my gosh, we are back. And Nico. Oh my gosh, I miss you all. Happy Friday. You guys, we are back and it is going good. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're all living the dream and trying to get through all this. I see so many of you are auditioning, which makes me so excited. Things are still going. They're still kicking. There's not a ton, but there's things going on, which is super exciting. Oh, she's coming on. Hold on a second. Taryn. Drum roll from my favorite girl. Drum roll. Here she comes. Taryn.
Happy Friday!
Oh my gosh, you look so beautiful.
Thank you. So do you.
Oh my gosh, you're so bright. Your hair looks amazing. Oh my gosh, I love that color on you. Your makeup, you are on point, Taryn.
When's the last time you seen me wear a dress, right?
I mean, so pretty. I mean, I had to break out my dress too today. I was like, it is such a nice day. You look gorgeous. You are like so glowing and bright and beautiful, and you look so good.
Thank you.
I can't wait to squeeze you.
I know. I can't wait.
I miss you like crazy. I was looking at our pictures when I posted, and I was like, oh my God, I just miss coming in and squeezing you guys, and just like, I'm starting to really feel I need my girls' hugs.
Yes.
Right?
I can't wait.
Oh my God. I love your hair like that. It looks amazing. You did it yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't be like, I went to the salon. I'm just kidding.
No. I can't wait to go to the salon, though.
Oh my gosh. Aren't you impressed that my red is still here?
Yeah, it looks good.
I was going to
say, did you get your hair done?
It's me. Now I know how to do it.
It looks good.
Thanks.
And I like it full like that.
Thanks. You know what it is? I think so. My hairdresser gave me the potion. I call it the magic potion, and that stuff naturally just makes your hair nice. It like kind of gives it like a soft feel. So I just did it, but I use this like red conditioner now, which I'm so excited about. You guys, fabuloso. My redheads. If you're like, sad about your red, just use this conditioner they have. It's amazing. Look at all of our friends waving. Oh, I miss you guys. I love you guys. Wave. What's up, Tremaine? Brian. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see Matt Cannon, Brooke, Lola. Oh my gosh, it's so good to just see all your beautiful faces on here. Look, someone said that glow though. Get them. Seriously, T. Boom. Right, Anthony? She is looking hot. You're always hot. But you're really pumping. I just like your color. Did you just get that dress? It's so pretty. I don't know that dress.
No, it's old. I wore it to the office all the time.
You did? Let me see it.
Oh, well,
nope. You know what? It's jealous, guys. It's just the top. She's got bathing suit on the bottom, guys. No, just kidding.
It's showing a lot, so.
It's so cute. I like it.
Up here. Thanks. I'll send you a picture.
Is it a long sleeve?
No.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that is cute. I do remember that. Didn't you wear it for Thanksgiving or something, or Christmas something?
Yes.
Beautiful. Look at you. You're both glowing. Charmaine. No pants day, Raiden says. No, my son, I can't get my son to wear pants, you guys. I had to be like, enough. Wear clothes. And then did you guys see I posted? He was like, he finally put a bow tie on.
Yes.
Oh, my God. So we've had, let's see, you guys. So we said it's still kicking. It's slow and steady wins the race. Now that things are starting to open up, let's see what happens. We had a job for Best Buy that we're still working on, and they are going to shoot at people's houses, right, Jana? Did we confirm that up yet, or are they gonna, or are we still working on that? Jana's gonna let us know, but I think the goal is I think it's to go now, and we're just going to do it. That's kind of, I think like very small crews, very, very tiny, just like the director and the producer. And I think social distancing, of course, all the effects, but I think it's going to be in like 3 weeks or something it shoots. But I think people are, it's coming. Jana says still not clear. But I think that, let's see what happens. I think it's all slowly coming back. So your self-tapes, dramatically better this week. Good job, guys. Woohoo! So good. People were doing the horizontal. People were listening so much to our direction. So we love that. Thank you, guys.
not shoot on set and to shoot in someone's home. Like, I want to see how that all comes together. Seems like it's gonna be really cool.
Exactly. It's funny because I think like, yeah, we'll see what they do. Like, how do they do the lighting? How do they do? Some people are like, I have a tiny place, so because I don't have any parking. But it'll will be interesting to see what happens and how it goes. And I think it's going to be, I think it's a way to get us all still working, which I think is great. We can't have sets yet, and we can't have any of that stuff. And um, still voiceover. I feel like still voiceover is still there, which is good. And Real People is there, but we're using actors. I'm about to post something this week, you guys. Stay tuned. Of our Real People thing we did, and I'm super. This was 2 years ago when we won our Emmy, so I'm going to do it as a 2-year yay, and give them a shout out. It was for this campaign we did for the opioid epidemic. Which was a super amazing campaign. It was I think we've told you about this. It was the hardest thing we ever worked on. We had to find someone that was willing to let us follow their detox into recovery. And we're really happy to say that they are celebrating 2 years sober next Monday. So we're so excited. And they hooked up. We found 2 people. We had to find 2 people. We found them totally different places in California, and they met each other in rehab, and they're totally in love 2 years later. So it's a great success story. It's super exciting. So I'll look out for that. I'm excited. We're excited to share it. Yeah, so that's going on. I'm going to also post this little cute kid one. I found the kid commercial. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, crazy news, you guys. There's another live that we're going to do tomorrow night. I'm going to do tomorrow night. Danny Hoff, you guys. Danny Hoff. Who's in with Danny Hoff in the house? Danny Hoff. He's coming on. But he said I have to do it late. So I have to do it at like
party time.
I'm going to be so tired. He wanted to do it at 12 at first at midnight. I was like, Danny, I'm grandma. Like, I cannot do that. I'm REM by then. So tomorrow night, tune in, 9:00 p.m. Saturday night, guys. Any questions you have for Daniel Hoff Agency? Danny himself is going to be making his first live appearance, you guys. This is huge. That's right. Happy hour with Danny Hoff. Take a shot with him. He'll love it. He's very excited. So that's going to be really fun to ask him any questions about what's going on now. We had a great talk yesterday just about the industry, and him and I have been friends forever. He's a lovely, gorgeous, amazing human being who's just getting more and more buff. He's a big muscle guy. I'm like, look at you with those guns, man. He's also taking advantage of the time. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. So tune in tomorrow night, guys. You'll see Grandma in her pajamas. Not a dress. My retainer will be it. No, I don't have a retainer. But it feels like I should get one. So that'll be really fun. So get your agent questions after this. I'll post what are your questions that you have for Danny. It could be a question about how to get into his office, or for those of you that are with Danny, just questions. Pick his brain about self-tapes. What's happening? What are you seeing? What do you need more of? Anything you want to ask him. He is so excited and nervous. Live with Dana. So someone said not a grandma. I'm my grandma, guys. I go to bed at 8:00.
No, she's
you
not.
Guys think I'm cool.
No, she's not.
But I'm not. So it's all going well. I hope you guys are good. I hope everyone's staying just safe and well. I'm praying for all those people that I know there's a lot that still need lots of prayers. So we're praying for you guys. And Friday's our favorite time. Yes. Welcome back. Hit us with questions. I didn't put the question thing out this time. So now you have to just hit us with, we have to do the old fashioned guys. So hit us with questions. What do you got? What's your questions? What is your feelings? What are you thinking? Oh, didn't we? There was a couple of people. How can I submit? Brooke, what's that? For the agent? How can you submit where?
Maybe she means
this is a daily cup of Joe. Daily cup, guys. What was your question, Brooke? Power and prayer. That's right.
Yes.
How to pray. Jessica over there with your cute man. They just got married. Jessica just got married. You guys.
Congratulations.
Oh my God. Did you see her pictures?
No.
All right. Go see her. Look at her Instagram after this. Jessica's man proposed in a helicopter.
What?
And then they got married like in the snow. It was like amazing, like in Colorado. It was a dream. That looked amazing. So his question is, how can I submit? Brooke, great. Brooke, after this, make sure you put that in the question thing. But yeah, in the snow. Wait till you see the picture. Go to her thing after. Magical.
Lucky.
Right? Hey, DB. What'd that say? Lucy. Lucy here. Love you guys. Oh, we love you, Lucy. The question box in the comment bar. Yes, you're going to be asking the questions for Danny Hoff tomorrow in the comment bar. I just forgot it today. So we're going to do the old-fashioned scrolling. T, if you can see anything before.
What's a good monologue for a teen? I don't really know about monologues. Maybe you can answer that.
What's a good, what does it say?
What's a good monologue for a teen? Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't get monologues anymore. But I mean, I don't know, Grandma. 25 years ago, when I used to act or something, I had the monologue book. Like, there's a it's like, that's a long time ago, guys. I'm showing my age.
I love how you say or something.
You know,
or something.
So long ago. It's so long. I love growing old with you, Taryn. I love growing old with you. You're like, you did the monologue thing. I don't know about that. See? Okay, go get a monologue book. Pretty, if Pretty's here, Pretty sent me a great monologue. Pretty, where did you get that monologue today? She sent me something today. Hi, Andy Wagner. There's monologue books. You know what's great? John Patrick Shanley. You guys know him. I think if you're going to do monologues, you just got to go theater. You got to go look at theater stuff. That would be my advice. There's some great monologues. They sell like individual monologue books. Do they still sell those?
Yeah, they have those at like Barnes and Nobles and things like that. I don't know about right
and
now.
I bet you could buy them. I bet right now, like on those sites for like a X amount of dollars, or just research them for teens. Yeah, what's a good monologue? Anyone have a good monologue for teens? Help us out here, guys. Are you guys getting monologue auditions? I saw it Pretty's today. Do we have to start brushing up back on our monologues? Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Oh, I missed the beginning. Is Danny coming on live tomorrow? Danny's coming on live tomorrow, guys. The famous Daniel Hoff is making his debut on live. I had to talk about Grandpa. I had to talk him how to turn this on. He didn't even know how to do live.
Really?
I was like, you're worse than me, Danny. He's coming on. The beautiful Daniel Hoff is coming on. I am obsessed with him. He is an amazing agent, an amazing human. He works his tail off. He works hard for his people. He's hard as hell in a good way. I think he's a hustler. His story is amazing of how he really grew. And yeah, I'm excited for you to learn from him tomorrow. So tune in, 9 p.m. Don't worry, we'll put it on after this. Someone said, look into Humans of New York for good monologues. Humans of New York. There you go.
How do you pick which skills to promote? Branding is challenging.
How do you pick which skills to promote on your resume?
It just says branding is challenging. I'm assuming that that's what they mean.
No one really looks at skills. You know what people used to do? You guys should do this. This kind of is funny in the time. People used to write, remember, Taryn, they used to write funny things like
on their resume.
Soccer. Yeah, they would say everything. So they would be like soccer, trampoline, blah, blah, blah. They would say all this stuff. And then they would say like able to walk like a duck, like in the middle of the thing. To see if like people were reading it, and it was so brilliant. To be honest, it made me laugh. I got a good chuckle out of it. I thought that was funny. So your skills, I think, don't worry. Here's where we want to know the skills. It's in the submissions. Tell them about that.
Like if we post a submission for or a breakdown for a professional
There's a bluebird. There's a bluebird saying hi to us. Bluebird. Sorry, go ahead. Say that.
Like if we ask for like a professional skateboarder or something like that, then you would let us know in your submission notes how long you've been skating, your skills, can you do tricks, those sort of things. With that being said, if we do ask for that, I would not say that you can do those things and not be able to do them, because that happens sometimes as well.
Yeah, I lied one time when I was an actor, and I said that I could skateboard. And then I got hired on a Mountain Dew job skateboarding, and it was a train wreck. Don't do that. I was like, oh, you really wanted us to skateboard. Don't lie about your skills, guys. Especially like that Bluebird loves us. Especially like horseback riding. People would lie about that. Like we had those horseback riders, remember? And then we asked for the real footage, and like people couldn't. People, he's right above my head. Guys, I have a bird that's following me. He loves me. Look at this guy. Look right up there. Hi. Hi.
Aww.
So sweet. But yeah, so your submissions should be definitely, that's where we need to know what you've done. Especially if comedy, if you have if you've got some chops where you're like live on like in a sketch show somewhere, put that in your submission notes. So, UCB performer main stage, IO performer, paid stand up at the flappers. Like we want to know that stuff. Use the submission notes as a way to communicate with people. We get 10 to 20,000 submissions on anything, you guys. That's union and non-union. There's a lot of people out here trying to make it. So someone said a skateboarding firefighter. Casey, you know me so well. Casey Swallow. For those of you that are tuning in, I used to also fib. I don't lie anymore, guys. I used to say I was a firefighter because I was so tired of people saying, what do you do? And I had no credits. Like, oh, what can I see you in? And so I was always embarrassed. So I started to say that I was a firefighter, and people would always just stop asking. They were like, oh, wow, where? And I'm like, Van Nuys. So, guys, if you're tired of people asking, where can I see your work? That was the worst. Nowhere. I'm failing. Exactly. Thanks for telling me.
What have you been in? Nothing.
I hated that, right? Nothing. Thank you.
Yeah.
How often do you all look at the skill physical clips like on LA Casting, or mostly just the headshots? So if you have a skill, we're going to look for it, Matt Cannon. Before we put it out there, we're going to look. If we need skateboarding, we need footage of you doing that. We're not just going to call you in. The same thing for even bike riding. Remember they wanted people riding a bike?
Yeah.
We want footage because God forbid you get on that commercial and you can't ride a bike. And then it looks bad on us. It looks bad on casting that we didn't do our job. So skill is very important. You don't have to put the clip though, Matt Cannon. If you can, great. Can you guys just add clips like for per job? Matt, can you answer me that? Because if you can, why not? Like clip of me skateboarding and then add it. That's only going to help you.
Just have like a specific headshot, like how we were talking about with like firefighter outfits and nurses outfits and things like that. Sometimes people have them like on a bike if they can actually ride it. That I never seen like an actual video clip though.
Yeah, like some people also say like in the submission note you could write like I have video of me skateboarding, and then we'll know because I know there's like you can't attach a link somewhere on LA Casting or something. So just put that in the submission note, and then we'll know to contact you and say, hey, Matt, can you send me the video of you skateboarding? But definitely, if you have a specific skill, we need a specific skill, list it, guys, because we're still getting a bazillion submissions. We're still getting submissions of people that think they can do it, that really can't perfectly do it. So make yourself stand out. I think anything you can to Matt says you can put a video. Why not? If you can put it and it's like something you're amazing at, not like cooking, don't waste your money on that unless it's easy to put a clip up. Why not? But if it's something, a skill, totally.
Yeah.
Knowing how to use the submission notes is so helpful, Jessica said. Yeah, that's your way to communicate with people. If you're watching other lives, which you should, there are tons of casting agencies, producers, directors, agents, managers that are all doing these lives. Get on them, listen to what they're saying. Like someone, it's like just pop in and say, oh, that was really funny. What this bird really wants me, guys. I'm a little bit nervous he's going to attack me. I got attacked by a bird online. But yeah, I think like definitely shout outs are great, but be able not just to say like your live was great, but man, Taryn looked gorgeous in that dress, or something that you can actually say. I think is a great way to communicate because it just shows you're listening to them and you're also tuned in, and it's a good way to just stand out in the 10 to 20,000 submissions. Someone said this is dope. I'm learning a lot. Thank you, Casual King. State Chat says, hey, is it Lola? Am I not reading it right? April? Look, I can't read. because I'm so afraid of this bird.
It's your friend.
It's my friend, but please, space, social distancing. Birds don't get it.
Are you doing any generals soon?
That must be for agents, not for us, right? General meetings for, because we're doing our Zooms. So I know some of you have signed up. Email us to get on that Zoom list. We'll be doing that next week. But us, this is a great way to communicate. A lot of you instant message me. That's great. I think that's great. If you're asking for advice or check out my headshots, bump me. I know there's a couple people that have bumped me a couple times. Lots of things have come in, so we apologize for the delay. But keep on us, even after the quarantine. This is a great way to, if I give it our email, it's just going to get lost. So you don't want to do it through email, but this is great.
Yeah.
Someone says Taryn's eyebrows. Yes, right?
Thanks.
Hottie over there.
Thanks.
Thank you for doing these lives. You are so welcome. You guys are the best. We love doing this. We love being able to give back. We love it. Someone, actress, Kayam Whitehead. I have an agent, so I guess perhaps should ask her. But when I get called in for SVU, what all the casting scene? Just my agent submission or my headshot or my reel? Do you mean Special Victims Unit?
I think so.
I don't know. I wish I was casting that, but I'm not casting that yet. We see everything. So whatever you have up on LA Casting, we see. If you have 55 headshots that you have not hidden, we have. So make sure, like some people are like, oh my God, you could see that. There's a way that you have to go in there and actually delete those.
Mm-hmm.
We see, this is so funny. Guys, I have to show you this bluebird. You see him?
Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
He might attack me. He's
not.
Just like dogs, guys, I'm afraid of birds attacking me.
If he lands on your table, then I would get up.
Yeah. It's so funny. He's just hanging out. Say you're good at shooting guns. Would a video at you at a shooting range suffice? Say you're good at shooting guns. Because if they need someone that shoots guns, sure. That's perfectly good. We don't need you like shooting anything else. I might have to move. It's gonna go on my head. But only if they ask. Only if it's like a shooting thing. Don't just put shooting up unless it's like they've asked for it, Anna.
Someone said,
but yeah,
you guys...
again, what's that?
I was gonna say the next question, but go ahead.
Go ahead, no, say it.
Will you guys start self-tapes from now on? I think we've already answered that, though.
What did we say? Will we do self-tapes from now on?
Someone said, will you guys start self-tapes from now on? Like, is that what we're doing? Just self-tapes?
That's all we're doing right now. When the time is right, we will all be back in the studio. I was talking to Daniel Hoff about this. We want to be able to keep the actor, we want to be able to have this interaction, but in person. So we want to really continue to push for that. We don't want that to change. We think that the first calls, we still want to be able to be there. So we're going to keep pushing to be back in the room when it's safe. Of course, right now, it is not safe. So we're just doing self-tapes. I think, though, what's cool about this, though, I think is it's made us realize a lot of people are good with their self-tapes. And we would now put more of them forward. Don't you think, T?
Yeah, a lot of people are getting creative. Like, I think I've seen, like, a lot of talent within this self-tape because you really have to, like, do it yourself. Like, there's nobody there to walk you through it. So I think that is something really cool about it to see people putting forth, like, their own twist on everything. I think it's cool.
I do too. I think there's still going to be room for that for sure. I prefer studio auditions, but I'm happy to self-tape. Yeah, I think we all do. We like the game of telephone. We had a game of telephone. Me, Taryn, and Jana, and Mandy, we all played like, oh, when I thought I told you. So we really want to be back in there too. So
I miss being in the office, seeing you all. Trust me.
We do. But me and Taryn we are so social distancing. We're not seeing a soul. Like, we're being really like cautious. So we'll wait until Governor Gavin Newsom, who I love. He should be our president next time. He's great. I think we'll wait. We're going to do all the safety stuff. We're not going to make any weird calls. Me and Taryn are really nervous about that stuff. We were the ones laughing at first, though. We were totally.
Imagine.
Taryn, tell them what we did.
So everybody was like panicking about this, and me and Tina were like, "Yeah, okay, we're not going to be on lockdown. This is it's just like the flu will be over." Next thing you know, the NBA shut down, and we were like, "Oh, this is serious." And yeah,
guys, you want to know what we did? We panicked. Me and Taryn literally were like we left our clients. We left our clients on that Thursday. I was like, Taryn, we don't have enough food. We have to leave. So I was like, guys, just close the door on the way out. I went back to get my mail last week, and the Kinos blew out. The lights, guys, blew out because me and Taryn ran out of there. We left those Kinos on for 60 days, guys, or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. Because we were the ones who were like, it's fine. Corona. I remember Mike was talking about it, and my husband was like, okay, Corona, Sprona, whatever. I was like, everyone. And then now who's taking it so seriously is me and Taryn. We're like, we're so stupid.
What were we thinking?
So we won't make any weird jumps into things, but we too miss you guys. So we'll definitely fight for studios again at some point. Danny Newsom, I'm dead. Everyone is obsessed with him. He is a pretty gorgeous man.
Somebody said, I think they meant, how many unrepresented actors can you see?
Well, we just do so if we are given the time to prep properly, you guys, we try to prep properly. We try to go through as many as we can. We divide and conquer, and we go through as many as we can. And we try to call in as many people as we can. Yeah, we just, there's not a number. We don't say only 10. We're only going to do 10. Whoever's right, we do. So if you're right for the spot and you stand out fast, you'll get in. It doesn't, we always call self-submissions in. We always do that. We call people without agents or with agents. We give everyone a fair shot. We want the best people out there, whoever's good.
Yeah, it's always been like that.
Always. Mm-hmm. I think I've told you guys when I moved out here from New York and I was acting, it was tough. I always remember that feeling of just not having an agent and not being able to get into doors or get into audition rooms. And so I've always promised myself when I became a casting director that I would always leave that door open for actors. It's also a great way for me to meet new people and see new faces. We want to always keep that fresh. Sure, we have people that come in a lot for us, but we love meeting new people. That's what we're known for is fresh faces. So yes, if you don't have an agent, we're going to get you in eventually. Just got to keep everyone Daddy Newsom. Everyone loves that mayor. I'm telling you. Did I miss anything?
Can you also do that if you have different accents?
What is that?
Can you also do that if you have different accents? Can you have footage of you, I guess, filming you with different accents? For skill.
If you do the accent perfectly, I'm from New York, so I can pretty much, if needed, put the accent on pretty perfectly. But if you're not, I also have family from Tennessee. I'm not Southern, though, and you can tell when it's a bad accent. So if your accent is on point, do it. But if it's not, don't do it. You don't want to be put up for stuff and know that your competition is right? And Nico wants us to go on live the moment we both get to hug each other.
Aww.
Maybe we will, guys. Maybe we will.
Good idea.
Right? Do we do open calls? Are we doing open calls? We don't do open calls because we get, again, 10 to 20,000 submissions. That's a lot of people, you guys. So we can't do open calls.
Yeah.
So, and I think rule of thumb is don't crash calls because I think that the lobby is so intense. You guys, that's how Taryn started out with me in the lobby. A lot of you know her from when, look at her face.
Woo.
Yeah. We always say everyone should have to do the lobby one time in their life. It is so hard. It's harder than the SATs, guys. It is so hard, especially on a union job to try to figure out who's going in next and who, trying to follow rules. It is so hard. Treat that lobby assistant like gold because they, become a casting associate, like you're looking at right there. And so they make a lot of calls on who gets to come in the room. And so you want to be good to everybody. We've said this before. I think attitude is everything. T will tell you those days, right, T? They were hard.
Yeah. I get that people have something to do because we all are busy and we all have something to do. But just coming in with that attitude, like, oh, I have to get out of here. It's like we all do. We get it. Just be patient. Sign in. Be patient. Ask if there's anything you can do. Other than that, just wait your turn, just like everybody else.
Yeah, and then what it does too. I think if you come in with intense energy and hey, man, we've all done it. I've done it. Taryn's done it.
Yes.
We've all done it. So if you come in with intense energy, shake it off, or and I think these times have taught us. I think a lot of people are now. I don't feel like we're going to see a lot of energy for a little bit. I hope
everybody's going to be so happy. Everybody's going to have a great attitude.
Someone said, I can't wait for your full lobbies. I'm so excited. Yeah, I think it ruins your mood. I've said this to you guys before. To get an audition is so hard. And so don't mess that up. Don't because you get enough money to put in that meter, get a babysitter long enough to watch your baby. That is your time. Don't be and communicate with your agent. If you're running behind, just call Danny and say, Danny, they're running behind. What should I do? And they'll help you.
Just communicate. Very understanding with that. People that are late, I see everyone. Even if I'm walking down the hall after I close the door and you're running up, you can ask several people. I will go back, turn the lights on, and still see you. So
she will do that. Sometimes I've been like, Taryn, what are you doing there? She's like, Lil, somebody came back. I'm like, T, get out of there. It's 10 o'clock at night. We will. And maybe not all places can do that, but there's a lot of great offices out there, and we will work with you. So just communicate, but come in a great zone. This is your time to shine. This is what you worked hard for, is these auditions.
It also messes up your audition. When you just come in and you're frustrated and you still have that energy, it's gonna show on tape. There's been plenty of times where people have slayed it and they just slayed with an attitude, and it's like, oof. It's not good.
Yeah, I had someone one time complain about Taryn, remember? Yes. And then you were like, check out their slate. And they were like, hi, my name is Peter. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, and also it's I think I think you just don't take these opportunities. If we can't say it enough, Taryn works through lunch all the time. Even if she has if somebody's sitting in that lobby and has to go, she'll get them in. Just communicate and have a good zone and a good energy. It's going to come back tenfold. That's how you're going to book. The people that book a lot are the people that walk in and they're like Larry Lowe.
Love Larry.
I love Larry. Larry was like, I got all day. This one time in the lobby, we had a couple of people that were really upset. And they were visibly mad, and they were kind of yelling about the director taking so long. And this was a callback, you guys. And one of them was actually a camera up, which threw me off. But they were very visibly upset and angry that we were running behind. And then our buddy Larry Lowe, who we are obsessed with, but we really became obsessed with him in this moment, because he was the lobby was vibing off that energy, and people that weren't necessarily pissed about it suddenly became mad about it. And, again, the director, sometimes they're just trying to figure out the spot. It's not that they want to stay there all night, because I can tell you they want to go. And Larry was like, I'm good. I could wait here. I'm not me. Don't put me in that category. I'm good. I'm happy to be here. And we were like, I don't think every time we see Larry on the desk now, we call Larry Lowe in, because attitude is everything. You've got to do it. And again, I've had a bad attitude. It's not that I've not had bad days. I've had bad days too, but I can tell you my casting day bad days are few far in between. I go in there, even if it's a rough room, I play, I walk out and take my space if I need it. Same with Taryn. She comes in, we do it. Even if we're getting a weird vibe, we're like, all right, we tag team out. I'm like, all right, T, your turn. I'll come in.
We're doing it.
we're doing it. And I think that's why we are fortunate enough to have some great clients and work a lot. As we just, the energies, no one knows what kind of day anybody's having. It's a common normal thing that we're saying. But yeah, don't let that mess up your audition, because it does a lot. And then what it does is it then makes the lobby person mad, and then it makes Taryn mad, and then it makes everybody else mad, and then everybody else's auditions are effed up. And it's just like, it's this weird cycle. So, just get in a good zone. Put music on. If you see we have a full lobby, just say, hey, can I go get a coffee? And I come right back. Yes. Can I get you a coffee? I've had people, I'm like, sure. But just be in a good zone, every audition is a gift. And again, we're not saying that to be mean. Me and Taryn have had bad days.
Yes.
But we try to have good days. Can you guys share an example of a good self-tape on your page? Yes. Is anybody on here that we could share? Let me see. I can get you a good self-tape that we felt was good.
I wrote one down actually that I really like. I'll send it to you after, if you want to look at it.
To see? Okay, great. Great. I'm trying to read here. What is this? You look like Cinderella with the birds.
See?
Do you actually watch my reel, someone says? Yeah, no, not always. Commercially, we don't have time to really watch reels unless there's dialogue. We will totally go in there and check it out. If there's a dialogue, we will totally do it. A lot of auditions are not. So it depends on the type of audition. We've said this before. People are like, classes. The one thing, if you're going to invest in some classes, eventually, not now because it's crazy times and, money's tight. Don't go spending all your money. Get into theater. That's, you're not going to get paid, but it's a free workshop. You'll get paid a little bit because it's really hard to make money in theater out here. Or comedy. You got to do some
improv. Because speaking of dialogue, a lot of times the dialogue changes the morning of. We know that we have to print out new copies, and everybody has to take time before they come in the room. And a lot of people get frustrated with that. But so we understand that if you can come in and just improv it, you don't have to know like the actual dialogue, but just kind of like, get through it. I think that helps a lot with your audition, especially because things change all the time. So improv.
Yeah, exactly. And people will get upset. We've had people visibly upset about like, this dialogue has changed, and we can't control that. And again, that's another thing that's just, you're going to be, like it's going to mess you up. So that improv is going to help you on your feet. And everything now, SAG has changed one of their rules a couple of years ago that now people can improv again in audition rooms. So you can play and have fun, get ready to improvise. Improvising in commercials is huge. We would say 8 out of 10 is improvised, right, T?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially with dialogue. Because, even if there's a board in there, we just want to see how you can act that out. We don't want to necessarily get you word for word and you're not putting forth your actions. So I think the improv is definitely important. So you can just get through it, and if we can do it a couple times, we can. But just to knock it out, improv.
There you go. Nico says, one of my skills was driving in reverse, and someone called me out on it. That's awesome. Okay. I'm telling you, sometimes those skills will be at a perfect time when we need comic relief. We love a good comic relief.
Love it.
We love it. Also, to go back for a second, because I read something else about accents. Again, I'm going to emphasize it again. Really make sure that your accent is perfect if you're going to write it, because so many times we don't go off of that. If we need someone British, we're going to look for people that have British on their resume, like British schools and stuff, or theater things in London and stuff. So be careful when doing that, because I think it could hurt you. Don't you think, T?
Yeah. A lot of people come in like, should I try this in this accent? And I'm like, let's just do a normal one first, and then we'll see if your accent is on point. If not, we just won't put it forward. But yes.
And Raven said, I've only been asked to do monologues for agents and managers. I think it is only an agent manager thing. Are you guys planning to have in-person castings back in June? Martin asks. And his picture has a face mask. I love you, Martin. No, I don't think June. I think June's too soon. I think that when we start to do it, we're going to do it very, very little and very, very minimal. So we're still going to do self-tape, and then we're going to have X amount that are going to be able to come in the room. Everyone will be put forward, but that's the idea. We're going to do tiny bit. We're going to ease in like 20 throughout the day. So it's like every half hour, somebody's coming in the room. We're going to really have social distancing crazy for a while. Again, if you're just tuning in, Taryn and I are kind of wackos with that. We're really like, we're the ones that are super duper social distancing. We're not seeing anybody. So yeah. What are some monologues you're sick of hearing? Like how many, we don't get any, again, just to tap in, we don't get any monologues.
I haven't heard one since.
Yeah. Are beards still good for guys? Beards are great, especially in this time. My husband was doing a Zoom and he was about to get rid of his like hair. He's like, oh, I got to get a haircut. I'm like, no, I think it's cool. You're embracing the times. Like, beards are good. Don't you think, T?
Yeah, I love them. I think that, especially right now, like you said, it's the time for that. Like the scruffy is good right now. So.
And we could always get you to take it off. So just have pictures on your, for my guys out there, have pictures of yourself without the beard. So that we can easily say, Taryn gets that all the time. They'll ask at a callback, hey, what does he look like without the beard? She pulls it up in 2 seconds because it's on LA Casting. We don't have to call the agent and ask, hey, can you get us a picture? And then sometimes that, by the way, sometimes in that time, if we've had to ask, you've left the table. They've pushed you out of the rank. So guys always have a beard and a non-beard, unless you cannot have a beard.
With that being said, if you do decide to grow a beard, just be prepared to shave it. I know some of you are like, nope, not shaving my beard. I respect that. Trust me, I get it. But at the same time, it will take you out of some jobs. So
yeah, exactly. Unless you're like Santa Claus. Like some people play Santa Claus and they can't shave. And we really mean this. We're not even kidding. Yeah. That's their jam is Santa, so they can't shave it, and we get it. Lance doesn't shave, and we get it. It's who he is. It's like certain people, we get it, and that's why we'll call you in knowing that. Levi from LA Models, he's got that big, massively big beard. If your beard's your moneymaker, just let us know. We'll not shave.
Right.
Yeah. Someone said, how do you pick which skills to promote? Branding is challenging. Just whatever the job is. So if the job is like, I think T's pet peeve, if it's skateboarding, and then you're like, oh, he's great. He's stand-up at Flappers. T's like, right?
Yes, definitely.
Tell them about that.
Just like, because we have to be specific when we're doing like a certain skill that they ask for. So we need to make sure that you're able to do that. So that's the main thing we're looking for in the comment section. And that we don't have time for that. So it's just easier if you don't say nothing, maybe.
Well, because I think it also, like, it looks like you're not paying attention. I think that it looks like you're just like, and each audition, each submission should have some love and care. Just like your headshot has love and care, each submission should take the time to say, hey, T, I love your braids. I feel like I, would be right for this in the note or something, but take care in even that. Don't just click a button. So just know what you're submitting for.
Right.
Yeah. Someone said, so normally wear my hair natural for auditions, but since we're home, I have braids. Does that matter for auditions? No, again, for now, no. Do whatever you want. We'll just ask for pictures.
Yeah. But
be ready. Again, in your LA casting, you should have different pictures because we just need to be able to see that. Someone says I have super long hair. I was told that might hold me from getting booked. Is that true? No?
No.
Mm-mm. Not for us, Kim. We like long hair. We like short hair. To be honest, as long as you're willing to trim it, you're good. If it's so long and it's like past your bum and maybe trim it up. But I don't even know, right? I don't think that's an issue, right?
I don't think so. I think if they wanted to like trim it or something, they would ask you that. But other than that, I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, no, Kim, keep growing it. Grow those locks.
Yes.
I've been growing mine for a long time, and I thought it was so long until I saw my hairdressers was all the way. I was like, this isn't even long.
That's because right before quarantine, you got those layers. Like you got it layered.
That's the problem. I don't think I knew I was getting it layered.
But it looks good. I like
Someone
it.
was back there layering it. Man. What is this? Okay, similar to beards being on trend, is there anything on trend being cast a lot for women aged 20 to 30? No, we see everything.
Yeah.
All ethnicities, blondes, brunettes, pink, purple, orange, all sizes, all shapes. This is the perfect time to be in commercial land for everybody. There is a time where there isn't, right, T?
Yeah. I think right now is the coolest time to just embrace, what it is you want to do. If you want to grow a beard, if you want to get braids, if you want to pierce your nose, like I think now is the time to do that. I think everything is so open. It's a good time for that.
Who thinks Taryn should pierce her nose? She's been thinking about it.
I'm just gonna come up with a fake one day and see if it looks good or not.
There's got to be a fake one you could do, right?
Yeah.
Do it.
I found one.
You did? Put it on the next live. Who wants to see Taryn's nose ring? Okay. You would look so cool. I would not look cool with it.
Yes, you would.
You're so kind. No, I feel like I would be like catching it on thing. I would not. I would be like, look at, she is beautiful. She can do anything.
Somebody said no.
Someone said no?
Yeah.
Who? Was it a guy?
No, it's a girl.
What'd she say? Tion. No, she don't like it. She don't like nose rings. No. How do you feel about guys with dyed hair? Jeff, we love guys with dyed hair. We just did Best Buy, and that's what they're asking for now is people with dyed hair. So dye your hair. If you always wanted to, do it. We've had a lot of jobs recently. I think it's the time now. Again, we're like, it's all shapes and sizes, all ethnicities, all everything. People want everything. There was a time where like blondes they didn't want blondes. Yeah. There was a time where ethnically ambiguous was huge. It was huge. If you were ethnically ambiguous, you were like coming to everything. Now it's not. No, we see everything, right?
Yeah. I think it's just like style. I think that's so like in now, just like style, like having character. I think is like the cool thing now. So like I said, if you want to get braids, if you want to dye your hair, you want to get a nose ring, definitely do it. It's going to make you stand out. There's so many people that are acting and doing commercials and things like that. So I think whatever you can do to stand out is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep thinking of the people that book a lot. And it is the ones that are they just do their thing. Like they, just like pretty with her buns and, her like sleepy outfit that looks gorgeous. Even though the other day I put on this outfit, I was like, I feel like I look like pretty for bedtime. But I look like too nice. I was like, I feel awkward going to bed like this. Like it was too nice. Like I look terrible when I go to bed. Someone says, when we have different headshots with different hair colors, is it good to keep those older looks? Yeah, keep everything. Good question, Taktam. Yes, keep all those because we want to be able to see what you look like with that purple hair and then without it. Because sometimes they'll want you to dye it back. I was going to say the dyeing question about like dyeing it the certain colors. Don't just say you could dye your hair, by the way. Know your hair. Like dyeing your hair really dark or blonde, you're burning it. You're really killing the roots. So make sure that don't just say something at an audition. Be ready to actually do it.
Yeah, for sure.
We've had people do that, right?
Yes.
I can't remember who. But I'm like, yeah, look at everyone says that'd be so cute. You got a couple of no's for the nose ring, but people are saying, yes, she would look cool. I mean, she's amazing either way. Maybe she meant nose, Nico said. I have a fake one. Look at Kristen. Tell us where Kristen King has a fake one.
See, I'm just going to get a fake one.
Put it on. Jessica wants to see it on our next live.
Okay.
Lots of people do. See? Rock and Do Charme wants to too. If I wanted to temporarily do blue hair, would I need to separate headshots for every kind of color? Nah, just do the blue hair. Tattoos, yeah. Tattoos, yes, if it's that type of role. And also if you don't have coverable tattoos. T has lots of tattoos, but you don't see them.
No, they're purposely.
Purposely. Even though I'm like, you do know that we're in an industry where you can show those tattoos, right?
Still.
I know, I tell her all the time, I'm like, show your tattoos, but you don't show them.
Yeah, like, you wouldn't be able to see that I have tattoos.
Yeah, no. See, they're totally covered. Do you see that? And do you see her cute dress? Hot mama. Yeah, no, we can't see that you have tattoos. So, but let's say you have tattoos that show them.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have a neck one or something that you could cover up. But we need to know, I think, unless again, certain ones will they'll tell you. So, like T, she's wearing something cute and you can't really see them. So if you have them where they're coverable, yeah. We do a lot of tattoo things. As long as you have the rights, make sure you have the rights to them.
Oh, right. That too. They ask for that a lot, actually.
Yeah, Jeff. So make sure that whoever your tattoo artist, just, you know what? A great idea. If any of you have tattoos, contact your tattoo artists right now and get them to sign a waiver saying I release all the rights to that tattoo now. That's a great idea to do during the quarantine because it's like sometimes we have to wait for that to come in, but to actually have that, and you can write that on your submission notes. Especially if they're looking for someone with tattoos, just write in your submission notes, I have the rights to all my tattoos. Right? Yeah. That's a problem we get into.
Yeah. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Especially at callbacks, they always ask, do you own the rights to your tattoos? Also, a lot of people that do have tattoos are good at covering them. They come in with long sleeves or whatever it is to cover them, just so that if that's not what they're looking for, they can see them without them and envision that instead of just going right to like, oh, they have tattoos, unless we ask for them.
Yeah, exactly. I think, yeah. So you would say do it, no, hide it, really. Mm-hmm. Until having had to just show them.
Right.
Because we've had a couple of ones that are kind of weird that they had like T-shirts on, right? And we were like, you have anything? Because it'll get you out. Like if it's like a Bank of America, right? And they don't want tattoos. They want like kind of a professional lawyer type, and or not even just Bank of America, Chase Bank, any banks, right? I'm not just saying them in particular, but yeah. Yeah, they could be like, oh, the tattoos are too difficult to deal with. Or, what's also great, you guys, if it's a role that is not really tattoo, but you know how to cover it, use it as an opportunity to cover that. Because if they know that you could cover it, that's great.
They have lots of good specific makeup for that now.
Yeah. Like, do you know any of that?
Buy it yourself. What'd you say?
Do you know any of that? You've had tattoos.
You can get it from Sephora if you just go in and ask for the tattoo covering. I don't know the specific name, but yeah, they have like really good makeup for that.
There you go, guys. Go to Sephora, get some tattoo cover just to like have it. Also, I think like people appreciate if you can actually hide it, don't you think?
Yeah, because they always say, "Oh, that's going to take the makeup artist way too long," and that might take you out. So if you can just come to set with them covered, you're in the game.
And if you're somebody who's starting to just get tattoos, maybe kind of get them in places that won't get you out of the game. I think that's why T did that, right? Because you were going for modeling, right?
Yes.
So try to get them in a place that can easily cover if you need to do it. Now she's getting wild, guys.
I know. Now it's like...
Now she's getting crazy. I said, sure, wear them. And now it's like...
But I asked you first. Like, if I would ask you first, if I was going to get something crazy, I would ask.
Like on your face or something?
Oh, God, no. Maybe my neck. Just kidding.
You would? Would you ever get on your neck?
No. I used to want it, but not anymore. I can't do that.
No. I used to want something on my belly button, I told you, remember? And I was like, thank God, because then I had babies, and it would have gotten, like, my fat belly, and it would have shrank. Yuck. No. But yeah, tattoos, I think, embrace them. I think this is the time to embrace a nose ring, Taryn. I think it's time to embrace stuff. It's
you
like,
said don't get it.
Well, I was only nervous because the hole in your face.
That's why I'm nervous. That's why I'm like, I'm just going to get a fake one.
Do you have the fake one that's cool, the bird?
I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet, but I found it.
Came on the table, the bird!
It came to the table?
It came on the table. He's here. You want to see him? Hi! Guys, this is a bird. You see him?
Yes.
That
Oh,
bird.
he's your friend.
Huh?
He's your friend.
That's my friend, you guys. I've got someone from the past visiting me, Terrence told me.
Yes.
That guy is here all the time. Do you ever know that do you guys know that birds make a lot of sounds? They don't just make one sound.
Could you do it? Because
okay, I'll do it.
So good.
So these birds have been waking me up at 3 a.m. I don't know if you guys know this, but birds have many different sounds. I thought they just had like a tweet, 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 but they don't. This is what they sound like, and I can tell you because I can't sleep. So the one bird like sleeping, and he goes. Like it is insane. That's that guy. Maybe it's just bluebirds, but that goes on for like an hour, you guys. That's my bird impersonation. I'm gonna put that in my special skills, that I can do a bird.
Yes.
But yeah, you guys, we're proud of you guys. It's been it's 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 60 days, y'all. And you guys have been really good. And someone said, what's happening? That's maybe my bird sounds. I don't know, guys. Terrence said somebody's trying to like hang out with me, but I'm like, can they not do that at 3 a.m? And it's every day, you guys. I have to put a fan on now to get the sound to like drown it out.
Really?
It's so loud. It's right outside the window. It's like, and it does that. Like one time, it was like a whole hour.
It's the same bird.
I think I can't find him. I thought he had a nest. I was looking for the nest. I was like, I'm gonna take the nest away. And then I was like, that's really mean. I can't take the nest away. That seems like the meanest. So I was like, I'll just put the fan on. But I'm like, maybe I'll relocate the nest. Somewhere else. But yeah, I'm so glad we get to do this, guys. We love this. So remember, tomorrow night, Grandma Dina and Grandpa Danny Hoff are coming on here, 9 p.m. That's just when he's getting started, and that's when I'm going to sleep. So it's going to be different energy, guys. I'm probably gonna be like, hi, happy Saturday.
Yeah, right. You're still going to be in such a good mood.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see. But after this, y'all should just give us all your questions. Yeah, and what else, T? What else? Let's think of some good things to head out with. Keep up with your self tapes; they look awesome.
Yep. I wanted to tell you all to get your game face on, because I feel like things are going to pick up very soon, and we all have to be ready, so we don't have to get ready. So
I love that. Yeah, T's been fasting still, and got a bike, and I've been like running every day and trying to keep very healthy and eating really clean and mean, and just keep up doing those things, because Taryn is right. When it gets started, y'all, it's going to be insane, and we're going to have to jump in the party fast, and our brains are going to be like, they're going to be all squeaky wheels. What are those mistakes? Sorry. Like that one time you were like, they were supposed to be eating something, and I didn't have them eating anything.
Oh, man. I was like, am I going to know how to use the camera when we get back in? Because it's been so long.
You're definitely not going to have Keno's, I can tell you that much, or Keno's. Shots.
No, I know. It'll come right back. But it's just crazy how long it's been since, I'm actually in there in my zone. But yeah, exactly. Man, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, everyone.
I love that. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Stay ready. I love you all. Keep the positive energy. Keep the great feeds. Keep hitting me up and saying hi. I love that in my inbox. Keep strong. Stay well. Stay safe. All the common stuff, social distance and all that. But just stay positive. I think that people need positivity in this time. Don't feel like you're doing something wrong if you're having a good time with your family, or if you're having a good time just on live or whatever. It's good for the soul. It's good for the environment. We need to keep that. So keep positive and keep, like T always says, keep creating. Don't stop.
Yes,
be creative, be smart, and we love you all.
Love you guys.
I love you. See you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Danny Hawk. Bye, guys. Love you. Bye. It's going to do a countdown for us. Bye.